Do you with the whole strike thing? We've talked about it probably more than we should on the show. Like, what do you think about like the AI? Like, do you think there's going to be anything?
I think
with
it's a serious fucking problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that if they're trying to like fold in language now that like uses AI to use an actor's likeness without their permission, they want to create an economy where and this is what's crazy about it is like they don't understand that this could like take over their jobs too.
Right,
and they're like this is what we came to the table. We were like, we want to discuss AI and what the developments with it are and how we could
primary though, right? Like
it was on our list of demands, so it was like part of the negotiations.
Right.
So we have like this list of demands, and that was pretty high up on the I don't know, whatever. I can't think of the word. So we go in, we're like, we want to talk about getting compensated. We want to talk about preventing AI from taking over, all of that. And they were like, their counteroffer was, yeah, we'll meet once a year to discuss advancements in technology. And we were like,
once
what?
By the way, once a year?
So you just want to sit down once a year and be like, wow, so technology is
also like in a year
really
from now,
off.
AI will be like 100 times what it was when it first came out.
No shit. I'm like, yeah, the head of Google quit before the house burned down.
Yeah.
So like, we're fucked.
Right.
Didn't he like leave a manifesto too? That just said like, "Whoops."
I mean,
Like,
that's what it seems like.
He had like I just read a headline, obviously, but it was like leaves and expresses sincere regret for what he worked on for his life's work.
Right.
Yeah,
because they
it's some atomic bomb shit. It's like, we shouldn't have made this.
Right.
Except this was every step of the way of building the atomic bomb. They were going, we shouldn't make this. We shouldn't make this.
Yeah, they just kept doing it. Yeah.
Everyone the whole time was like, we probably shouldn't do this.
Right. Exactly.
Do you think we were debating whether or not if like a show or a song, or I guess your expertise would be more the TV show and movies. If you let's say it turned out a really good script, because right now I think you can come up with some stuff, but like it can't be a whole movie. Let's say they do. If people find out that it's written by a computer, do you think the audience cares enough to not go see it or not or pay?
No,
or whatever?
I don't think they give a shit.
Yeah.
No, I don't even think they'll know.
With music, I don't know. With music, I'm always thinking the TV movies is a difficult one, because it is like that. What I've said is like I still need I need the human element. I need like if you tell me a song was written by a robot, I'm like, oh, I don't really care. But if I'm in a show or a movie, it does still have the human actor. So like there is still a human element to it. So I don't know how I'd respond to that. I guess
because it's like right now, except for a few shows and a few writers and showrunners, you don't know who writes them anyway. You know, so they could just put like Joe Smith and Susie Q on the credits, and it's written by a computer, and you don't know or care.
Right.
But I wonder if knowing that after the fact, if you were just like, I found out that season 2 was going to be written by
like
computers,
our generation, but I think the next generation
they've already
isn't going to give a shit because they weren't raised like the way that this generation was with like human creation.
Right.
Of
I'm even
content.
thinking about my own kids. Like, I don't even think they'll grasp the concept of why like the human element is a thing, you know,
or
like,
why that's important.
Right? They're just like I like the thing.
Yeah, I mean,
I liked what.
There's like a song that Drake didn't AI make a Drake song or something?
Yeah,
and it's like
it was like
really good.
He put out a real song, and an AI song came out around like the same time, and like the 100% consensus is the fake one was good and the real one was bad. Just so much so that people were like, Drake should have said the bad one was also AI and just got that off of his I
didn't know he had a real one. I haven't heard either of them.
Search and Rescue.
I mean, it's really that's the kind of shit that makes you go like, oh, okay, so like we don't really even care that much.
But don't you think that there's like I think it's always better to like lean into stuff and try to benefit from it rather than fight it, because you ain't gonna stop it. AI's like, unless you have like, if you can just agree in paper to say we're not going to use this, but like I don't know, that contract expires or people are gonna use it. So
I think you're right. I think people are going to use it. I think it's going to, but I do think that if there's some kind of like regulation of it, then I think we're better off, because I do think, I mean, the economy is like already in the shitter.
Like if all of these jobs disappear.
And it's like Rome is falling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and we're
Right.
just handing it all over to, like, you know, and I'm sure there's people that are going to be like, but this is progress. And it's like, yeah, yes, okay.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Like, not real. I don't know.
I mean, it is.
I would. Like,
This
it's
doesn't
technological
feel
progress.
like-
It's not civilization progress.
It doesn't feel like I guess, like, the benefit, theoretically, if AI could, like, TV is not getting better because of AI.
Not
it's
yet.
Just, it's just like, but even so, okay, like, what would be the benefit? AI can write it faster and do more? That's not necessarily
what
a
we
good
were
thing.
talking about was, like,
you
if-
don't want 1,000 seasons. You don't want 10 seasons, and because eventually, like, shows run its course, whether or not it takes a human 2 years to write that or AI to 2 minutes to write that. You
Well,
only want about 5-6 seasons and 10 episodes a season. 'Cause
I mean, a
that's how
show
to tell a
runs
good
its course
story.
when people stop watching, really.
Yeah, but like,
Because how many...
I'm just saying, what does AI do that makes the television better? Is it going to be funnier than people?
I think it
or is
makes-
it just that it's less labor, less cost, can do faster?
That's
all
really
that
what it's
shit.
about. And
Right.
so it's not about better for the audience.
Right,
It's
that's
not,
what I
It's
mean.
about better for the
For
networks.
The networks, yeah.
And
cheaper, like all.
what they
well, I don't know
could
about
do
cheaper,
is
but-
have AI really write a full script and then bring in 2 to 3 writers to, like, punch it up or change it.
Yeah.
And pay them absolute garbage.
Right.
And then
But I guess so.
turn
like
it basically into a gig economy.
When Easy Pass gets rid of all toll booth people, I'm
Yeah.
like, that sucks. But the world and the consumer very much benefit from being able to just fucking go, and there's no more traffic anymore. If the audience and the general public doesn't, like, get a better product, the execs will use it just for the money and all that, but it just doesn't feel like people will be like, okay, this is awesome because entertainment got better. It's like,
People
you
don't
can tell me it's a
necessarily
person
need
and
a better product to find something easier to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can watch a show. I mean, I'm obsessed with Vanderpump.
Mm-hmm.
That is an easy show for me to watch.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
a good show.
No, it's trash, yeah.
It's not, like, Real Housewives of New York is an excellent show for me to watch because it's easy for me to
Captivating,
consume.
and it's, yeah.
But it's not a good show. And so that's kind of the danger, I think, of AI is, like, yeah, it'll make more shows. It'll make shows that are very easy to consume.
This is what I mean. It's not, but it's not.
And you won't necessarily be thinking about, like, is this like a quality thing to feed my brain?
Yeah.
If somehow all of a sudden AI churned out in 1 year, they wrote like a Breaking Bad, Sopranos, Mad Men, all in one section, which basically was happening in, like, the mid 2000s. Like, all writers just did that all, like, from like
Yeah.
a 5 or 10 year span. If that was happening, I think people would be like, AI is the best. All of these TV shows are awesome. But if it's, like, just the same,
Or
you know,
worse.
like, or worse, yeah. I don't think it trickles down to the consumer, unless maybe it's like, okay, now Netflix is only like $1 a month,
Right.
That could impact,
Yeah.
But, like, what is how does it get down to the public? I don't see in the writing. Everywhere else I get it, but, like, in something like entertainment, I don't really quite get.
I think that it's, I really think it is obviously I don't know. None of us know.
Yeah.
There's nobody's got the answers to this, but I do think that that's kind of the danger of it is, like, you get a ton of content, which you're already getting because they're
already enough.
pumping out shows
Yeah.
like from writers that we're working harder than we've ever worked for less money than we've ever made. And I say I'm not including late night writers. I'm talking about
The
writers
royal,
as a
yeah,
whole.
yeah.
But, like, for less money than we've ever made before. And these rooms are lasting for, like, 2 to 3 weeks. They are, they're pumping out, like, 8 episodes or something, and they've got, like, 6 writers in a room that should be 12. So you just got people, like, really kind of doing what AI would do. And you're not necessarily, not every show is going to be good, but you have writers that really care about the quality of what they're making.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think with AI, you just are going to have, like, it's about quantity.
And AI and shit can do, like, sarcasm and like like it would know to write a call back and shit. Like it's on that level. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I've never read an AI script, so I say that. I'm assuming that's true. I don't actually know.
All right, big thanks for watching. If you made it through this whole episode, that means you should be subscribed. There's so many of you out there who watch and don't subscribe, so make sure you are a KFC Radio subscriber. Make sure you get all the content when it drops. Click that button now.
I have 9 fingers. I'm still subscribed. It's that easy.